everyone, it's day 17. I'm in Erwin, Tennessee. I am taking my first official 0 day. I am super stoked. I got a great night's sleep last night, took a nice shower, and I rolled into town at about, I think it was 7:30 p.m. and I didn't even bother calling the shuttle. I didn't know how late they run. So I ended up deciding to walk. I was going to say the Best Southern Motel, I think is what it's called. It looked like it was the closest. It didn't look like it was a far walk, but I think it ended up being like 2 miles, which was all right because I was walking down whatever road it is that is the main road after you cross the bridge over the river, and got a chance just to kind of see the town a little bit, the residential side. So that was kind of cool, just strolling through there at dusk. I ended up staying at the Best Southern Motel last night, and I would highly recommend not staying here. This place is kind of a crap hole, so I'll show you around a little bit. Almost all of the carpet is ripped and torn, stains everywhere. There's stains in the sheets, at least on the quilts. This is the only outlet that I could find, so I had to pull the table over. And the bathroom, there's holes in the door. It does have a fridge and a microwave, which was cool, but the bathroom was kind of dirty. And when I took a shower last night, I ended up setting off the fire alarm, so I had to take the stupid battery out for it to shut off. And this was at like probably 11 p.m. at night, so I'm sure I pissed off a lot of people. But so I had to jump out of the shower when it's wet, go over and pull the damn thing out to stop the alarm. But anyway, it's cheap. I think it's $50, $60 with tax, and they do have cable. If you're desperate, I would say it's all right, but I didn't really care last night. So what I'm gonna do is I'm checking out. I'm gonna go up to the Super 8, and they can do it early check-in. I can check in there as early as 10 o'clock. It's almost 10 o'clock. It's 9:30 right now, and checkout time at this motel is 10 a.m. So plan for the day. I already resupplied. I did a couple things differently. So what I actually got this time that's different from before is I got some granola with Incarnation. Let's see if I can find it here, which I think will be really good in the mornings. So I'll mix the fruit and nut granola with the Incarnation. I'm gonna have to get another bowl because I ended up throwing my own away for a couple of reasons. But anyway, so I got that. I did get a packet of mashed potatoes, and what I'm going to try is I got some summer sausage, some more cheese, and I got some tortillas, and I'm just going to put the summer sausage and squirt the cheese in there with the tortilla. I really can't stomach peanut butter right now. I ate a bunch of it in the beginning, and I just don't really feel like it right now. They had Gatorade, so I'm super excited about that. This is at, I think it's like Price Right Foods or something like that. It's just on the street from the Best Southern. So got some dried pineapple here, some more tuna fish, some beef jerky. I did grab a couple of Danishes and a pie, some cookies, which will be good, and some more beef jerky, and I don't even know what. Oh, so this is what I'll eat on the first night. I got this. It's like a ready-to-go meal. It's a little heavier. It's 9 ounces. I'll eat both of them. They're about 400 calories, so 800 calories. I'll eat that the first night. I don't mind carrying an extra pound to have a really good meal the first night. So sour worms, more beef jerky, and of course I got some of this. I picked up a little thing of Kool-Aid. They taste pretty good, just for kind of a change, but most of the time I'll be drinking water and Gatorade like I have been. So what I'm probably going to do is buy one of those little quart of Talati, whatever that ice cream is called, and eat the whole thing of ice cream. Would be really good. And I'll use the jar for my breakfast, mixing my stuff and mashed potatoes and everything. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get ready. Gotta get checked out here by 10 a.m. I'm gonna get a shuttle by Tom. Shuttles all around Erwin, and services, I think, everywhere up to Damascus. But I'm going to get shuttled up to the Super 8 and check in there and get everything situated. And there is a cinema in town, so I think I'm definitely going to go watch a movie. It'll be nice just to relax and watch something on the big screen, and then I'll do my laundry later and everything. So, all right, guys. Well, checking out. I am going to enjoy the day in Erwin. I'm sure I'll be back a little bit later. See you guys. Hey, everyone. It's Bigfoot, and it is nearing the end of day 17, my zero. It's been an awesome day. Last night I stayed at the Best Southern Motel, I think is what it's called. I showed a video this morning of what it looked like. Definitely not recommend. It was dirty, nasty, definitely not maintained, and you know, for what you can get for pricing compared to some other places, I don't think it was worth it. So I checked out. I took this shuttle. Shuttles by Tom. It was $5 to shuttle up to Super 8. A lot of hikers actually stay at Super 8, and I definitely can tell why. So show you the place here. So this was I think it was $50 or $60 plus tax. I can't remember which. So you got a little table here. Definitely a ton of room. Little office desk. A nice big king size bed. The Wi-Fi is excellent here. Probably the best Wi-Fi at a hotel from my room so far. I'm just uploading my second video right now. The first one only took about 20 minutes, maybe 15, which is a lot better than what I've seen. TV, refrigerator, microwave, sink obviously, and here's the bathroom. The nice part about this is it's actually really clean. So this was such a big upgrade from the Best Southern Motel. So don't waste your time. Come to Super 8. It is virtually the same cost. And they also have a washer and dryer here on site. It's $1.50 for the wash, $1 for the dry. Got a couple hiker boxes down there. And they have a continental breakfast. So it just makes no sense to stay anywhere else. Another benefit of actually staying here at the Super 8, it's within walking distance of McDonald's, Bojangles, Taco Bell, Walgreens. There's a theater, or a cinema, I should say. I'm actually going probably catch a flick. They only play the movies at 7 p.m. So it's about 20 after 6, so I'm going to leave soon and go watch a movie. Be kind of nice. And the library is down there. I tried to go to the library to upload videos, and the Wi-Fi really didn't work very well. I should have just tried it here first. But anyway, the only thing that I guess is not really close to Super 8 that I really looked hard for was a resupply. When I was at the Best Southern Motel, there was a resupply, and the name of it was Price Less Foods. Great resupply. It's about a 2-mile walk off the trail to get there, but for how cheap the shuttles are, I just call Shuttles by Tom. There's a Walmart here in town as well. I think it's 3 miles from Erwin or something like that, right off the interstate, and there's, I guess, a couple of good restaurants over there to eat at. But anyway, this was totally worth the upgrade. I asked if I could check in early, and they allowed me to, so I actually got here at just after 10 a.m., which was really, really nice. So I've been here since, and just been cleaning up my gear and getting all my stuff ready, watching, doing laundry, doing all that stuff. So anyway, highly recommend Super 8 for the price. Can't go wrong. And yeah, so I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my zero here. I'm not sure if I'll do any more videos tonight, but I will see you guys on the trail tomorrow. Bigfoot out. Hey guys, so this is one of the main streets going down Erwin here, and I am going to see Captain America 3D. Super excited just to see a movie, get out the trail, and just have the day that I've had. So anyway,
Here is the movie theater here. I'm gonna check in, but nice little town. The courthouse is right across the street here, and lots of mom and pop shops just down the street here. All right, guys, Bigfoot out. Hey guys, so just got done watching Civil War. It was pretty good, but I'm not going to spoil it for anyone because I do that sometimes by accident, so I won't do it this time. We head back to my hotel, not before one last meal from so all right, well, I'm gonna grab some food here at McDonald's and head back to the room, call it a night, so that I can get enough rest. I got probably four big days ahead of me on the road to Damascus. Want to be there by Saturday late morning. Okay guys, Bigfoot out. Hey everyone, this is going to be my last video of the night. It's day 17. It's Monday, and I have no clue what the day in May is, the 8th or 9th. It's the day after Mother's Day. So I enjoyed my day in town here, or day and a half here in Erwin. Great place to stop by. The city is big in area compared to the other towns that I've been in. The taxi driver told me that the town is 3.5 miles wide by like 7 or 7.5 miles long, so it's long. As I said earlier, you know, I changed my stay. I'm at the Super 8. Couldn't be happier. This is the place I would highly recommend coming if you come to Erwin. If you're a hiker and you want to wash your clothes, you want to have good internet, you want to have cable, you want to sleep in a clean place, and continental breakfast. I don't know how good it's going to be, but it's free breakfast. And it's in walking distance of most of the stuff that you need. It doesn't have a great resupply within reasonable walking distance, so it might be a good option just to take the shuttle to go into Walmart. It's like $5 or something. But one last thing I wanted to do before I go to bed here is just talk about my gear. So overall, very, very happy with everything. All of my hard work of planning and preparing for my through hike, I think it's really paid off. I haven't had to send anything back home. If there's anything I would send back right now, it would probably just be the little tripod. I don't use it very often. I think it's like 1.7 ounces. Other than that, that's been good. I did pick up a pair of sandals, and I'm, you know, my advice for future through hikers, if you're going ultralight like I am, I would say the first section, the first 300-400 miles, I would definitely bring some footwear. It's worth the wait because you're gonna get blisters. In my case, I normally didn't get blisters, but because of all the miles I'm doing, I got them, and I can't get rid of them without airing out my feet. So that's why I got the sandals. They're like $3 at Walgreens. I did buy a $2 pair over at Dollar Tree, whatever, General Dollar, but they're pieces of crap and they hurt my feet. So I bought a pair of these at Walgreens. But I can already tell that it's starting to heal the blisters. I'm getting air on them, and I'm going to hold onto them until my feet are fully healed, because I'll put them on at night or on Neros or Zeros, and they don't weigh much, but totally worth it. But I can see myself, once everything's healed and I got all the calluses that I'm not going to get any more blisters, then I'll probably put them in a hiker box. So for my footwear, I did a review on these, and I think I had about 350 miles on them. Well, I'm at about 3 mile marker 350. I had about 75 miles on them before I started, so they're somewhere over 400. Now, these have, in my opinion, done really well with, keeping intact on the trail. The tread is starting to go down on the bottom here. When it was really muddy the last couple days, there was a couple spots that I slid a little bit, but as long as you're using your trekking poles, then you shouldn't have to worry too much. I was really careful, but the tread is starting to really go on the front, so they're getting close. And the fronts of them, within the first 150 miles, started peeling off. I think that's just going to happen with all of the things that you hit, but they still are able to block the toe box from all of the rocks. Obviously, there's some scuffing. This one, I do have a hole in it, and that's just, somewhere right before Westerwald, which was back before Fontana Dam. I had drug my foot, and it caught on something, and I kept on pulling it, and it ripped. So, I don't think that's going to happen very often, but in that case, it did. I think I'll get another. I think these will actually get me to Damascus, which is going to be almost 500 miles, and I'm really happy with that. And I'll probably have my parents send me in my next pair, but I'm happy with these. I feel great in them. I haven't had any pain except just a little bit on the blisters, but I'm very happy with my New Balance Fresh Foam Heroes. The trekking poles, if you watched and kept up with some of my other videos, I've broken quite a few of these because I just beat the crap out of them. In another video, I'll show you kind of my tactic of how I use trekking poles. It's a little different than most hikers that I see. But when I was coming out of Davenport Gap, which was coming out of the Smokies, I did bend the left pole, and I just had to bend it back into place. With other trekking poles, it probably would have snapped. So these are for season. They're tough and rugged, and they made it 350 miles, and I've been just beating the crap out of them, and they're still holding strong. So I'm very happy with those. The one thing that's been probably the only frustrating piece, I guess, besides my socks. So I mentioned in my other gear video that the right socks didn't work. They're crap. I burned holes in my heel within 5 days, so I got some darn tough socks. But the frame, specifically the right frame of my Z-Pax Arc Blast, has came undone. So how it stays in its casing is there's a cord here that is tight and basically keeps the rod from slipping out of its sleeve. And I must have not have had the cord really tight, because when I was coming down through Hot Springs, it slipped out, and I definitely knew there was something wrong with my pack, but I was just in a hurry of trying to get to Hot Springs. And the rod was sticking out, and I think it must have just put a lot of friction on this belt loop here that held my belt pouch through this loop here. And probably, I think it was on day 15 a couple days ago, it finally broke loose, and the actually it sits like this, broke loose. So it was hanging, and this could only take so much, and this broke. So I don't have a belt pouch right now, and there was some friction that a little bit right on the belt loop here. This one's really important, because if this breaks, then it will not be able to keep my external frame intact. I think this is something that could have been avoided, but unfortunately, I was in a hurry, and I should have taken my pack off and checked it when it didn't feel right. The good thing is Z-Pack stands behind their stuff. I emailed them, and the owner of the company, Joe, emailed me back and gave me some solutions of how to fix it. And they're going to be at trail days, so he's going to look at it for me, and they're going to do whatever they need to get it up and going so I can get to Katahdin. I've been hiking without my right belt pouch for a little while. It's not a big deal because some of the stuff that I had in it, I transferred on to the other one that just, I just had too much stuff in here that I really didn't need. So I'm making do without any sacrifice, really. And I'll get this repaired when I get into Damascus. So that's my only complaint. But other than that, everything else has been awesome. And like I said, all of my prep work and field testing, I think, really paid off. One last thing, when I was in Georgia, some of the hikers, said that they sent some of their winter gear clothing home. One of those pieces was their down jacket. Well, when I got into the Smokies, at the bare end of it, coming out that night, I believe it got below 40. The following night got around 30 degrees. It snowed. They had to close Klingman's Dome Road. So if they were in the Smokies, they would have been freezing. So I just wanted to make sure, if you're planning a through hike, never send this home. I'll tell you, I pulled it out, I probably only worn it 4 or 5 times, but the times I wore it, I need it. Even if, with my thermal base layer, but, whether that's getting done from a trail after a really cold evening through the rain, or if it's really windy on a mountain peak and you just want to get warm fast. But I'm not planning on sending my down jacket home at all, and it makes a great pillow. So don't make the same mistake that some of the hikers did back in Georgia. I'm sure they regretted it. Okay, guys, well, it is getting close to 10 o'clock. I am going to sleep in tomorrow, even though I got some big miles to do in the next 4.5 days. I'm not going to plan on getting on the trail until I feel good, get a good night's sleep, and get a good breakfast. So if it's not till 10 or 11, then it's not till 10 or 11, which means I'll have to hike some more miles, and I just want to be well rested so I can wake up early, get on the trail early, and the terrain's going to be my favor once I get through the Roan Mountain, and I'll be able to fly through to Damascus the last 80 or 90 miles. So I'll feel good. If worst case scenario, I can't get to Damascus until Saturday afternoon and I miss the hiking parade, I'll probably go back there as a through hiker, hopefully a through hiker alumni, class of 2016. So, but other than that, everything else is good. Signing off. Highly recommend stopping in Erwin. Great place. Highly recommend staying at the Super 8 Motel. It is clean, great cost. So everything that you need. Okay, guys. Well, I'll see you on the trail. This is Bigfoot signing off for the last time on day 17, my 0 day. Bigfoot out. Brrr.